Ophiuchus, this is going to be your weekly for December 8th through the 14th. And with that, we're going to get one card per day. So, here we go. For the 8th, we've got the Knight of Wands. So, doing something upside down and backwards is going to actually make you more progress than if you were trying to do it the right way. If you were trying to do something the way that you have been taught and you were told was the correct way, if you flip all that ideology on its head, you could be making more progress like that. Could be a day of experimentation, and even if you feel like you're frustrated with what everything is that you're trying to get done, turning everything on its head could actually make things go easier for you. So be patient with yourself, and if delays are happening, I really want to say do them the exact opposite of the way that you've been taught to do them, or go back to a previous way that you were doing them before that somebody told you was wrong. For the 9th, Page of Wands. And with the Page of Wands, no choice is a choice. However, it could be because the options that have been set before you do not feel right. They don't feel as though they're correct. And trying to follow a pathway because that's what you're supposed to do, or following somebody else's ideology, even though it's making it easier for you to deal with that person, I really want to say that, especially coming out next to the Knight of Wands in the reverse, since these are both in the reverse, they're almost like they're facing off. There could be someone that's just, it doesn't matter what you do, there's conflict. You're doing it wrong. Even if you're following their orders, well, you're doing it wrong because you're the one that's doing it. If you have a newly formed idea, it is most likely going to be because you realize that it doesn't matter how you do something. If you're following the rules, if you're not, it's not right. So, you're going to figure out how to do it your own way and get it done, and no one's going to bother you about it, because it doesn't matter how you do it to them, it's always wrong. So you're just going to listen to your own advice and do what you think makes sense, and that's going to help you get more progress than if you were continuing to try and people please and do things the way someone else wants you to. For the 10th, the Queen of Cups. Now, this could be someone that's trying to almost trying to insist that her emotional stability, her emotional health is up to you. That's your responsibility, and it's not. You need to focus on self-care and how you feel. And if this isn't someone that's trying to do that, if every time you bring up something about how you feel, they go on for quite a while talking about how, well, they feel about this and that, and you can't get a word in edgewise, they most likely do not really care too much about your security. And this is going to do nothing but, even though this is supposed to be a cooperative conversation, you may find it very hard to get a word in edgewise. It is possible that this person is just trying to manipulate you to get you to do something. And then they almost bully you with their insecurity to get you to do it for them because it'll make them feel better. But for the 11th, we've got the Seven of Cups. So with the Seven of Cups, a new opportunity is going to come towards you. And ensure you're not just taking something because it looks good, and don't take the first offer that comes towards you. Your wishful thinking could be what's doing most of the heavy lifting with this option or with these multitude of options, and as much as you want them to work out a certain way, it could almost be as though you are replaying the past, repeating the past, and hoping that something works out if you just put more work into it. And putting more work into something isn't going to net you the results that you want again, because it's not an opportunity that was meant for you, or it's something that somebody put in your path as a distraction. If anything, I almost say that the Seven of Cups is a call to action on your part to create your own opportunities rather than taking the opportunities that other people are handing you. And for the 12th. Yeah, if you turn down something this week that somebody else is offering you, it could be their inner child that comes out and their arrogance that comes out, and they consider you careless and obstinate, and why can't you just do the things that they want you to do the way that they want you to do them? Because that person is overly optimistic as to how things are going to turn out if you just get on board with their idea. That's because this person has a one-point perspective, and that's it. And they can't see beyond that. I would stay sticking to your guns and keep working on your own project or your own ideas on how it is that you think your life should be going, because this with the Knight of Wands in the beginning of the week on the 8th feels like this is what you're supposed to be doing. And the anger and delaying is going to come, the anger and frustration on your part is going to come from other people just deciding that they're going to get in your way. And that you need to prioritize them. And what they want for themselves and what they want from you. Or for you. Where it's not really for you if they're the only one that's gaining benefit out of it. For the 13th. You're definitely going to be releasing the ideas that other people, and making sure that people know that you're not going to be doing what they want you to do. And you're going to be gaining control of your life again. Now, if this has something to do with the holidays, you could just be turning people down left and right. Because you want to start your own tradition, or you have to work, or you need to reprioritize something else in your life. So that would make a lot of sense with the Queen of Cups in reverse. But Ophiuchus, if you are drawing boundaries and telling people that I don't need to be a part of your thing, I have my own thing, it does look like that's where you're going to be at this week. It'll just be in stages, kind of broken up with other people coming out of the woodwork and saying, well, why aren't you doing this? But we always do this. That's if it has something to do with the holidays. If it's not, then, and it has something to do with work, if this has something to do with work, beware of on the 10th of this woman who may actually be trying to, still manipulate you into doing something that's not your job. You have the option to bring this up to HR, but if that's the case, make sure you document what it is that you're bringing up to HR so you have evidence that that's what was going on. But after this dealing with the Queen of Cups, you may actually have other job applications out and have a few offers on the table pretty quickly on the 12th. So, and your response to these actions of these other people on the 12th could be that you're letting them have their social whatever at work and moving on to something else. They could be seeing you as arrogant because you're like, well, I have other opportunities and I'm going to go pursue those. Have a nice day. But at the end of the week, it does look as though you are achieving some kind of transformation that may have been delayed by necessary responsibilities and things that you may have picked up as your responsibilities that never were. So be honest with yourself if you leave a position this week, and even if they're temporary, be open to the options that cross your path. You never know whenever it may turn into a career that you did not expect. So, Ophiuchus, you have a fantastic week. As usual, I do monthlies, dailies, and weeklies here on Rogue Mystic Divination, so please be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.